And so yeah, all of these friends are gonna come in. Did you just steal our couch? Hello lovely simmers, SimsEclaire here and welcome back to my channel. For today's video we are doing another installment in our Faulk Family Let's Play. So we are pretty much picking up right where we left off. I decided not to do any gameplay off of camera. And we are at 6:38 in the morning, and unlike yesterday morning, Chelsea here is actually awake and she's making Elaina a little bit of a surprise. She's making Elaina a sacked lunch to take to school with her. So I think Elena's going to be a little shocked. I think Elaina might be a little annoyed, a little upset, you know. She's still not quite over, you know, what happened to her parents, but I think that this is a step in the right direction, and I'm super excited for this episode, and I hope you guys are too. I hope you guys are enjoying this Let's Play. Obviously, let me know in the comments down below what you think. But besides that, I'm going to cut the intro rather short so we can get right into the gameplay and jumping right on in with Wednesday morning. So, like I said, we have Chelsea here making Elaina a sacked lunch. She's making her a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And Elaina is just finishing up in the shower. She's probably going to head over to go get her cereal any minute. And I don't know. Oh, here's the sack lunch. I was like, I don't know where the sack lunch went. But the sack lunch is now in Elena's inventory. And basically, this means that she will... during school, she will automatically eat the sack lunch. I don't know at what time, but she will automatically eat it. So that should be fun. And then I think, you can resume the breakfast scramble. She's going to make a breakfast scramble on her own devices. She's decided to make this breakfast scramble. I also want to say in advance, I have been drinking. So I just got back from dinner with my dad and my sister, and we went out to this local wine bar. So if I stumble over my words or if I'm a little extra excitable today, that would be why. If you remember my Baking with the Sims video where I had some wine ahead of time, then you know how this could end up going. So I just wanted to give you all a little bit of a warning. Now, Elaina is feeling uncomfortable because she's had unbalanced meals, because she's pretty much just been eating cereal and yogurt and stuff like that for breakfast since her parents haven't been around, and she's just left her bowl sitting over here. Chelsea is up and up at it. She's watching the news. She's eating the breakfast scramble. And Chelsea will have to go to work today, which will mean Madeline, who is still in bed, will be left alone with the toddler. Now, Madeline, if you all recall, did not go to bed until later last night. She did stay up to paint a little bit, and then she ended up staying up just a little bit later. She did end up staying up just a little bit later. I had some things that I had to figure out with the bathroom. I was having a little bit of issue with the bathroom being functional, so I did have kind of go into bill mode and move some things around a little bit, and then make it so that way they could actually bathe the dog, because that's what I was having an issue with. The dog was like super smelly and no one could bathe him. And then Sean here is still pretty tired. He was having quite a few nightmares last night, and no one was around to help him. Madeline was awake, but she just kind of wasn't paying attention to him. He was sitting in here crying in his room while Madeline was out here dealing with the dog and not really paying all that much attention. And then Chelsea obviously was asleep, so Chelsea had no idea what was going on. And yeah, so she's now full on her knees, but she doesn't have to go to work yet. So why don't you clean up this puddle? I don't quite know where the puddle came from. Madeline is getting a call. What is love? We found an unsent love letter from Elaina to her teacher in her desk today. Nothing racy, but we thought you should know. Yeah, I would definitely say she's in big trouble. I mean, she's not doing that well in school to begin with, and I think that she's probably having a couple of issues. Obviously, there is a little bit of a problem there with elder figures, but I also want to take a pause here for a minute. So Chelsea is actually feeling pretty happy. So their sad mood has disappeared from the death in the family, and Chelsea is now feeling happy because of a growing family. She's feeling close with someone nearby, and I don't know honestly if that's Madeline or Sean, Because if you remember from the last episode, Sean was having some nice sentiments with some of the other family members because he was accepting them as parental figures, whereas Elaina was not. So I'm not 100% sure if that's going to be an issue, or if it's because of Sean here, or if it's because of Madeline. And then, I don't know if you all saw that really cute thing for just a quick second, but the dog was, like, staring at Chelsea as she was, mopping the floor, trying to figure out, like, exactly what she was doing. I thought that was just, like, the cutest little thing. When it looks like Miko might be coming to pay them a quick visit, which is actually kind of good considering the last time I accidentally kicked her out. So we're going to invite Miko in, even though Chelsea has to go to work soon. We might send her home when Chelsea has to go to work. Oh, the door's locked. So what you guys missed was Vladdy Estrade showing up at my Sims house and making it so that I was, like, really, worried he was going to come in and try and drink from my Sim's neck. So I definitely didn't want to have to deal with that. So I think they're all going to kind of just, like, sit and have a nice little chat before Chelsea has to go to work. And I think Madeline might be like, oh, it was nice seeing you, Miko, but I do actually have to get some painting done. And Miko's probably going to be like, oh, no, I totally understand. Like, I get it. And Sean here is still sleeping, but he's actually, like, starving. So I think I might have him grab some food. And then Madeline here, I think, might start on a painting. So Madeline is sad a little bit. So she has shared sadness from a close sentiment from someone feeling sad. So Sean is sad. Okay, so it kind of went by quickly because I had everything on fast forward. But Sean was actually sad because it said he was left behind by a parent. So he was sad because Chelsea went to work, which is interesting because he's now already kind of considering them his parents. And I also kind of need to go in here for a minute and set this all to normal, because I always play with my Sims on aging long. Yeah, that'll be better. Because I don't like it when they die, but definitely for Let's Play purposes, I think having it on normal will be probably a little bit better. Yeah. Just in terms of story progression, I think that might work better. Anyway, as we were going about, so Elaina here is actually happy because she had her lunch packed with love. She's still uncomfortable because she's having unbalanced meals, but she is pretty happy with the fact that her lunch was packed with love. And she's coming over here. She did finish her painting, so why don't you sell your painting? And then I think Sean might come in here and kind of, you know, try and, I don't know, bother her a little bit. Maybe, like, try and get her to pay attention to him, basically. Oh, also, I did just want to say, I don't know how many of you are on Twitter, but if you are, or if you follow The Sims on any social media platform, they did say that they are currently in the process of working on a skin tone fix for PCs and Macs. And if you remember the initial time that I made this family, I did say something about how Madeline's skin tone and Elena's skin tone was acting really weird. That was built on my Mac. And now that they mentioned Macs in the whole fixing the skin tone update thing, I'm wondering if it was simply because I was playing on a Mac, because I haven't had any issues with the skin tones since I've started playing on my PC. So, but in case you guys were not aware, they did say something about March should be when the new skin tone fixes for PC or for console and Mac should be out. So just to keep you guys informed if you do play on console or anything like that. So Elaina has met a couple of friends while at school. She is now home. And the principal is calling again, so this should be interesting. So it's again about how shaky her performance is, and I think she's still not going to do her homework. I think she's probably just going to, I don't know, maybe fix some needs. The dog has to go outside, so I think Madeline's going to ask him to go potty. And then he's in a good mood. He's pretty playful, so I think he might play some dolls real quick. And then I think she's going to go to the bathroom and then watch some kids' TV. Oh, Elaina is going through a phase. She's having a bit of a mean streak and feels like being more nasty with other Sims. Okay, so that could be interesting. And as I was saying, I think Elaina kind of misses, kind of like when she saw Miko earlier, she kind of realized how much she missed her old life and how much she missed her old friends. So I do think she might get together real quick with some of her old city friends and maybe just have a little bit of a brief party. I'm trying to, it says that Miko is already like in the area, so oh, she was tucking in Sean. She was like, good night, goodbye, I'm gonna throw a party now, because you know that's what parents do. And so, yeah, all of these friends are gonna come in. Did you just steal our couch? Akira! I literally think he just stole our couch. Oh my god. What is going on? That is not our NPC going on right now. Why are you stealing our couch? What? Okay, well, we're gonna redo this. Do you have you don't have the salad you were going to eat. You finished your salad. So she's sad from shared sadness. I don't know where Elaina went. Elaina was in her room, and now she's not, and I don't quite know where she walked off to. So that's kind of interesting. Okay, and these girls right here, like I said, they're having a little bit of a party with their old friends. Miko's about to come join them, and she's feeling a little sad from shared sadness, but they're pretty much getting over it. And Elaina, if you guys can see down here in the left-hand corner, Elaina is gone. So, as I said before, she kind of disappeared. And, you know, I'm not, you know, some overlord god or whatever in The Sims here, so I have no idea where she went. She just disappeared. She has completely vanished. She's not at home. She's not around, but none of them really notice. They're all kind of just, you know, entertaining their friends. You know, they're hanging out. They're having a good time, you know, they're enjoying the high life as they used to. And I think, oh my god, she just stole like 3 of our kitchen counters. Oh my god, did you all see that? Okay, what is The Sims? Okay, anyway, back to the party that they're having. So they're sitting and they're chilling. Everyone's now thinking about Madeline for some reason, except for Akira. Akira was thinking about Chelsea. And they're all just having a good time. You know, it's about 10:30 at night. Sean's asleep. You know, they're not really paying attention. They're just having their good old time here. And I think Elaina just came home herself. And I think Chelsea is going to be like, wait, what are you doing home? Why are you coming inside so late? Discuss uncomfortable mood. Try and figure out what's going on. Parenting. Ask her about her phase, because, you know, she's in a mean streak. Oh, she is not having a good time. Maybe she'll let me enjoy my mean streak. Disciplining my actions will make me behave. Do you really want to spoil my fun? She's going to ask her about school. And all of the friends are going because now this is a very awkward conversation. And I think Elaina might start getting a little mean. You know, she's probably a little frustrated. She's been outside in the rain. She doesn't really like these people. And I think Madeline is probably seeing this. And she's probably like, what are you doing? Discipline recent behavior. Firm. Tell not to be mean. Strict. Yell out for being mean. She's probably just like, what is wrong with you? You can't yell at her. She's your parent. She's taking care of you. Oh my god, they just stole our couch again. Oh my god. And she's probably going to be like, you need to go to bed. You need to stop what you're doing. You're being a bad child. You need to go to bed. So she's happy from being a meanie. She's from a mean streak in her childhood phase. There's nothing better than being mean. So she truly is just not in a good way. Oh, and she now has a sentiment. Okay, so this is interesting. Madeline now has an adoring sentiment for Elaina. She wants the best for Elaina and thinks she is wonderful. So I think Madeline probably just wants Elaina to be good in life and wants her to have the life that she knows she deserves and wants to try and be, you know, as good for her as she possibly can. But Elaina is like not feeling it and she doesn't really know how to do it, so she herself is a little like, I don't really know what's going on. And yeah, I think that that's pretty interesting. I'm gonna leave this here and then we're gonna resume in the morning. I also want to say a quick apology, I guess, about the whole no face cam thing. I'm gonna try, as of right now there is no face cam for this video. I'm gonna try and get them for other parts, like other videos of mine, but I'm having a huge issue with my camera. I don't know what's going on. If you guys know anything about cameras, let me know in the comments down below. But basically every time I record something, it corrupts the footage, and I don't know if it's like if I'm recording things for too long. I don't know if it's the SD thing, the SD card that I have. I don't know what's going on. It's a new SD card, so it shouldn't be doing it. But like I said, I'm not 100% sure what's going on. So, yeah. I do apologize about the lack of face cam, but I am working on it, I swear. So right now you're just gonna have to deal with my voice for a little bit. I actually thought I had got it working again, and so the beginning of this video was supposed to be had a face cam on it, but then my camera just shut down again and said that there was something wrong. So I'm working on it. I'm gonna try. But yeah, so we're gonna resume in the morning. Okay guys, so we are resuming in the morning here, and Elaina is taking a quick bite to eat. She's still happy from being a meanie, and her needs are pretty whack. So I can't believe I just said pretty whack. We're just gonna ignore that and move on. But her needs, she's hungry. She's about to fill that one up. But she also really has to go to the bathroom, and she's a little bit low on hygiene. So it'll be interesting to see kind of what happens. Because okay guys, so I think I might have gotten us back to where we were. If you guys couldn't tell, my game crashed for some unknown reason, and obviously I hadn't actually saved anything yet, so unfortunately we did lose all of Tuesday. But I did real quickly kind of re-go through Tuesday just really quickly. I kind of changed some things up, but nothing in terms of what would change for gameplay. I just redid it so that way all the same sentiments would be there, all the same feelings would be there and everything. And something else that popped up that I thought was interesting is that Madeline here is fine, so she hasn't really been any other feeling except for sad. She's been sad and fine, pretty much. She's been a little inspired, but that's pretty much been going away the moment it pops up. But she's been fine and sad ever since her brother died. And the fine is from being emotionally mindful. So she's finding emotional control. She's taken the first step of this journey, but to gain true emotional control requires more slow time through various thoughtful activities. So I think that's because she is painting all the time. I think that's a part of the reason why she has a bit of a more mindful soul, if you will. Interesting also is that with this new setup that they have, she's working really hard as a writer's assistant, and she hasn't been reading any books, but she also hasn't been writing herself. So she has a relatively high writing skill. She has a level 4 writing skill, and she wants to write her own book. She used to be a freelance writer, but she hasn't been doing that because of needing to go to work. Although it looks like she has off today, so maybe we will have her write a little bit. Maybe start writing a children's book. Maybe she's really inspired by the fact that she now has all these kids in her house. Goodnight Nightlight sounds like a good name for the book. So we have Madeline here doing her painting. We have Chelsea here doing her writing, and we have Sean on the floor eating. So, yeah, Sean is being a little neglected at the moment. And I feel like the two of them, the two adults, are maybe talking about what happened with Elaina. You know, her disappearing, her not really, her like running away from home, her being out until almost 1 o'clock in the morning, and then her getting real angry at Chelsea and kind of arguing with her about it. I think that that's kind of a hot topic of discussion, because that's definitely something that they need to keep an eye on. And something else that they need to keep an eye on is Elena's school performance. So I think Elaina is just kind of done, and she has decided that she's not actually going to finish going to school today, and the principal is now calling. But I think the principal might have actually called one of the parents. And I think Elena's gonna go over to the park and kind of try and get some fresh air, kind of try and get away from things. She left school early. She maybe lied and said that she wasn't feeling well, or, you know, she was having like a really bad day, and now she's kind of just like skipped school to go here to the park. And what's interesting is that it's not actually raining here at the park. It's raining at home, which is only like a block away, but not here at the park. So that's kind of interesting. So like I said, I think that Elaina here probably got called out by the principal. You know, they contacted Madeline and Chelsea, telling them that Elaina had skipped out on the rest of her classes, making sure, I think they were calling to make sure that she was okay, and then Madeline and Chelsea were like, what do you mean? She was supposed to be at school. We didn't tell her that she could come home, and so I think Madeline's going to come over here, and she's going to kind of discipline her a little bit. Now, she didn't technically do anything wrong in terms of the game, so I can't actually discipline her, but we're gonna pretend. Let me enjoy my mean streak. Disciplining my actions will make me behave, but do you really want to spoil my fun? Ask her about school. Oh, she does not like her. You see that? She was like, no. Yell at... Oh, maybe she'll shout some forbidden words. She's gonna be like, you're failing school. What would your father think? Your dad was really good at school. He was all about, you know, being nice and being kind to people and doing good and doing your work and working your way up to the top. And you're over here. You're not paying attention in school. You're not doing anything that he would be proud of. Oh, yeah. Discipline recent behavior. Strict. Yell at for being mean. Oh, yeah. Oh, they're having an offensive conversation. Oh, and they don't like each other. Oh my god, they're in the red. I think she's probably going to tell her that we have to go home now. And yeah, so I'm gonna send them home. They just had a rather public fight. They're gonna come out here. I think she's gonna sit down. You were doing that, which is again not what I told you to be doing, but whatever. I know I left the house. Everything goes to hell when you leave the house. I think that they're going to gossip. I don't know why they had to get up from the couch to do that. I think they're going to have a deep conversation. And I think that they're going to really have to talk about Elaina. Ask about Elaina. Ask what's going on. Elaina isn't doing her schoolwork. Elaina isn't really paying attention in class. She's not following the rules. Honestly, I don't really like Elaina. Oh my god. Okay. Well, I mean, I like Elaina. She's pretty cool. So Chelsea's like, I think we can make this work. I think we just maybe need to try a little harder. Madeline's maybe like, what do you mean try a little harder? You're not here. Oh my god, why can't they get a divorce? They're doing fine. Let's argue about career. Be like, you're not really here ever. You're never home with me. You took this new job, and now, like, I have to take care of them all by myself. And Chelsea's probably just like, what do you mean you have to take care of them all by yourself? Like, I don't, like, I'm here, I make her lunch every day, I make them food, you're the one who just sits and paints in your office all day, you never take care of them, that's why they're so mad. And I think Madeline might even go for a little trip. I think she might go out with Miko. And then they're just gonna kind of sit and talk. They're gonna talk about their day. I think she might describe a new idea to Miko. You know, they were always, you know, pretty close. They might gossip, you know, talk about what's going on in their household right now. It really means a lot to me that you make time for me. I just wanted to let you know. Okay, so Madeline now has a pretty close sentiment with Miko, which is quite interesting. I'm glad you don't think my llama jokes are getting old. I feel like you just get me. Closer from happy memories. So her and Miko are actually getting rather close. And if you guys can see, her friendship with Miko is a lot higher than her friendship with Chelsea. And I think that this might cause a few issues. I mean, I'm thinking that maybe initially, like maybe before Chelsea and Madeline got together, maybe there was something going on between Miko and Madeline. And now that there's, you know, some issues in the household, you know, there's some things going on, they're getting close again. And yeah, I think that they're probably just going to, you know, sit and have a nice little chat. Okay, so it is 11:30. Elaina is getting tired, but she also has to go to the bathroom. But she now has a couple of different... Where's Miko? So she has growing closer from quality time and closer from happy memories. But she also has a little bit of a flirty sentiment from togetherness. And she was feeling a little flirty from the... titillating, however you pronounce that, banter, between her and Miko. So I think that that might be a little bit of an issue. I don't necessarily think Madeline would ever completely stray, but I definitely think she's not really feeling in her element right now. She's not really knowing, you know, what to do with her family. Everything's kind of not going as it should be. You know, when her and Chelsea had initially planned on having kids, it had nothing to do with the death of a family member. It had nothing to do with, you know, being thrown into a situation they weren't ready for. It was simply going to be them, when they were ready, adopting kids, and that was going to be that. And I think that Chelsea might get a little mad at her. Maybe Chelsea can tell that she was drinking. Maybe she can, she ask about her day, gossip, try and figure out what was going on, ask about another sim, ask about Miko, because maybe she's a little suspicious, maybe she's a little sus. Maybe she starts with an apology. She's like, I'm really sorry about our fight. I just think we need to really pull together on this one. We need to figure out what we're doing. And I think Madeline's like, oh, I was just at the bar with Miko. We were just catching up. Nothing really was going on. We were just, you know, hanging out, having a couple of drinks. I needed to blow off some steam. Oh, you seem to be in a really weird mood. Well, I was just, you know, we were drinking. We were having some fun. I'm gonna go to bed now. And I think that they're both probably gonna go hop into bed. And I think Chelsea's probably not really buying it all that much. Chelsea's probably just like, yeah, okay, I know you two used to have a thing. And I think Chelsea might get a little bit jealous. But I think we are going to leave this part here with everyone hopping into bed. And I think that we got quite a bit done in this. We got a little bit of drama starting. We're starting to kind of get a little bit more of a feel for how these relationships are going to go. So yeah, so I'm really excited about where we're leaving this episode. I hope you guys are too. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any comments or suggestions. And as always, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like this video, and I will see you all next time. Bye!